Okay, let's have another game or two. Okay, an FM2268. So, Benkö Gambit maybe? Yeah, he's going to play knight f3. Is he going to play Benkö Gambit? Yep. Bit of excitement. I wonder if it's going to be the e4 line. Ah. So he's keeping that bishop on the diagonal. So what can I get here? It looks like nice pressure. I'll play this with rook Fb8 again. I don't think, famous last words, I don't think there's a terrible knight thing just yet. Now queen a3 might cause some disruption. Or not. No, I'm pushing it. c4, rook b4, knight b6. Let's put the queen back actually. For maybe, what do I want to do here? Kingside attack. Play knight g4. This knight's protecting e2, so I've got pressure on that diagonal. Can I try and weaken his king anyway? So h3, knight e5. c4, is f2 vulnerable? Look at the positional sacrifices. Potentially c4 is like one sort of positional sack if I don't recapture the pawn for queen c5. Queen c5, knight e3, I could take, then I could take on c3. I think c4, b4, hang on, b4, counterplay's gone, diagonal's gone. Let's just go into this d3 square actually. I'm threatening now bishop d3. So he's weakened his d3 by playing e4, so I've got that dangerous diagonal. Okay. So c4 is still answered by that. Bishop h6? Bishop h6. I fell for bishop h6 the other day. Bishop h6. So I don't think he wanted to play f4. Now that he has, I think knight g4, bishop back, and then bishop d4. Maybe h4 as h3. So I think bishop back to get knight f2 in. Okay. Looks dangerous. Knight f2. Maybe it's not, but it does support bishop d3 or knight d3. Bishop d3 winning the exchange. Okay, cooking with gas. I can also play knight g4, king g7, rook h8 at some point. So I think I'll win this exchange first. There's also knight d3 if he doesn't take that the right way. Okay, so c4 now. c4 now. b4 or king g7. King g7, bishop e3. So I think c4 actually might be kind of good actually. So it gives d3 actually for the knight. So b4 I've given d3 for the knight. So if bishop e3 I can take if I want, or just knight d3. No, knight d3 I lose the bishop. Okay, I've also got queen c5. For knight f4 there's rook a4. So say takes. I've got pressure basically on the queen side. This bishop isn't too good. I want to play king g7 and rook h8 for knight g4 check, because takes that'll be winning on the diagonal. Okay, I can try and plot that with this, unless rook a3, h3, rook h3, rook a3. Where does the knight go? Knight d1. That gives me pressure on that side again, you know, h4. So that's good as well. And queen a7 is very tasty on a2. So I could just take and then play rook a7, rook d2, c3. Alright, I'll go for this. I'll go for this. So the a file is just as good as the h file. Queen a7, king g7, rook h8, or rook a8 is tasty. So queen a7. So I'm protecting d4, f2, threatening bishop c3 thingy, rook a2. but I want to get in King G7. Well, that's F5, then Rook H8 protects H6. So I've got nice pressure on this diagonal, this row, and this file against this king here. So Knight D3 also looks pretty tasty. Don't think I need to play it right now. I'll play this for a second, I hope. There's no knockout blow just yet, is there? Free to decide. Knight D3 if I need it. I hope there's going to be no nasty forcing move. I'll check on this diagonal pretty soon. I could play Knight D3, give up C4 positional sack if needed for Rook A2, and then Bishop C3 will be a pin over there. He's making way on that, but he's weakened over here a little bit. Also H3 is a bit weak. So question, shall I play Knight D3, try and dislodge the queen? It goes to C2. It's almost like Bishop G1. Okay, Rook H8 I think. Let's see how he reacts. So 1 minute 42. Okay, get this knight out of danger. Let's go back to the A file I think. Back to the A file. Almost there's... Ah! Don't tell me I'm losing my important bishop. Oh, the exchange has just gone. Oh dear. Managing to make a mess out of it. Can I try and weaken the king over here before it's too late? 1 minute 16 as well. Okay. So Rook A2, I lose that knight. Okay. So Knight B2. Knight B2 for Rook A2. Try and get the 7th rank working before it's too late. 1 minute 4. Have to start pre-moving. There's Bishop C3. Okay. I'm starting to lose the plot here. Try and block this diagonal. So I have to stop the check. So Bishop C3. I'm going to play E5. Okay, now I'm in trouble. After having a brilliant position, I've just ruined it. Okay, can I go for this one? For Rook G1? Rook G1, then taking on... I should just... Okay, Queen. So I'm threatening Queen G1 mate. So I'm threatening Queen F2, also Knight E1, 36 seconds. Knight F4 is also a threat. Knight E1 wins the Queen. Moral win. I claim moral win. Whatever happens now. So Rook E2, 30 seconds to go. Yes! Mated! Actually he's mated, I thought he resigned. Got mated. AlonzoMosely. Yes. One of his games is featuring Dan Husband's video, Fast Play Throws Away Upset versus FM. So, it's been up to 2449 on the 5 minute. His Blitz is 2350. Been up to 2699. Okay, so it's a Denmark FM. That was. I thought I really messed up the position there. There was so much counterplay, juicy counterplay everywhere against his king. It seemed H file, diagonal, 7th rank, D3 weak, the exchange up as well. So I proceeded to make some bad moves. There's potentially a loose piece on A3. So where did it all start to go wrong? It all seems to be good still here, except there's an imminent sort of danger with the check, but F6 big deal if I had taken there, because A2 would be dropping off. So probably simplest was Bishop C3 and F6, unless E5, and then he's got access to the 7th rank with takes and Rook E7. So okay, I wanted that bishop for a while. I had a preference for the bishop, but I've just allowed knight b5. This is probably a blunder, unless rook a2. Could I just play rook a2 here? So if knight takes, I take his queen. If queen takes, I take that. If he takes the knight, no big deal. So rook a2. So see, did he bluff me? There's queen c4, and then everything starts to be loose. These two start to be loose. So maybe I had sort of messed up. So anyway, with those two loose pieces, so he got a bit panicky here. Instead of, okay, he can't take the knight to rook b2, not yet. But after this move, he's definitely like winning material. So I thought it was all over. I thought I've just fluffed it. Rook g1, I thought there was king h2 and then nothing after that. So it was his turn to blunder here. He just horrifically blundered himself with bishop d4 because he's given my queen access to g1. The queen's actually shielded from g1 with my own bishop here. So he could just take on b2. I could play bishop c3 and then queen g1. Okay. So he can't take with the rook. If he takes with the queen... this is why he's thinking, because still bishop c3, queen takes, queen g1 as mate. So actually this rook a1 is surprisingly, it seems initially, surprisingly actually, that I might have been okay, just to get the bishop out of the way on bishop takes. So he's in trouble. He's clearly in trouble here. He just drops his queen. Then the check came in. Check. And then I'm threatening mate here. Comments or questions on YouTube? I hope you enjoyed that one. I did. And if you haven't subscribed to the KingsCrusher channel, please do. It's free and you'll be notified of any new videos. Thanks very much.